Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my page. My name is mummyB. So today I want us to talk about the requirements you need, the requirement I actually used to be able to switch to my new role. So first of all, I want to say that to be able to do any of this, you need to follow your own path. Because after my last video, I got a lot of comments about what role did I switch to, what courses do people need to do to be able to get jobs. I feel like for you to be able to get the type of job that you want, it depends on what you are looking for. The courses you need to do depends on what courses you are looking, or what jobs you are looking for, the roles you are trying to find. It doesn't necessarily depend on what I did. You can do your own thing. All you need is a little push, a little information on how to do it, which is what I have done. I've given information of how to do it, if it is possible, and what you need to do. The job you are looking for might be different from mine. And then the current qualification that you have, current certification that you have, the jobs you are looking for, where you intend to get your job, will determine the type of certifications you need to have, and then the type of experiences you need to have, which is what I mentioned in my previous video on how I got my own job in the NHS. You need to go to the website of where you are trying to get the job in. Look for that specific role that you are looking for. Then under that role, you will see the requirements you need for you to be able to get that job. It is different for every organization. It is different for every company. It is different from every employer. So whatever company you are trying to apply to, the type of job you are trying to look for, the type of qualification you currently have now. So go on their website. Look for that type of job that you're trying to find. See what they are demanding for. What do they want you to have? Then if you see what they are telling you to get and you know you can get it, that is what you should work on. It does not have to be what I did. I'm just telling you, for me to be able to do mine, this was the things I did. So for your own now, if you are trying to get a job in NHS, to get NHS job, you can get them on the NHS track job website. That's the only place to get NHS jobs. Under NHS jobs, that's when you can look for NHS jobs. So look for the NHS job that you want. Under the track jobs, you will see there are different roles there. Whatever you are looking for, find it and then open it. There are different trusts there. Open it and then see the one you are trying to apply to. See person specifications, what they want from you, the type of skills that you need to have, type of experiences you need to have, type of qualification they're asking for, type of certifications you need to have. That is when you will know what you are looking for. All you need from me is to show you what I did right, which was what I did throughout my charity job. And it's the same thing I'm doing now. This is what you need to do. It is possible. This is what you need to do. It's what I'm to know what I am doing and also try to get certification that I got. You don't know the type of qualification that I had. I already had a bachelor's degree from Nigeria. So these are the things I worked on. And then the type of experiences I decided to get was because of the job I was looking for. So the experience you have will determine the jobs you will apply for. So it's different for everybody depending on your situations. So I just wanted to put that out there. So first of all, what you need to do is what I have said. Search your heart. What qualifications do you have? What certifications do you have? What are you looking for? Where do you want to work? That is when you can now decide what you want to do. So number 2 is that you need to find out if you need a COS or not. Do you need sponsorship for this job or not? If you need sponsorship for the job, then you need to look at companies or organizations that can sponsor you if they are sponsoring. Most NHS jobs sponsor. So if the role you are looking for is under NHS, then focus on NHS to see what you need to have for you to be able to get sponsored. That's something else you need to look at. And then another thing you need to look for is proof of English. So for you to be able to switch, I'm talking about charity visa now. If you are switching from a charity visa to a skilled worker visa, you need to prove English language. You know, when you were coming for the charity job, you didn't prove English. You didn't do proof of English. The only English test that you did, that I did, and I know that people do on charity visa, is for your visa interview. You are going to be interviewed in English. So if you are able to answer and hear what they are saying and reply in English, then it's a proof that you can speak English to some extent. So I think that was what they used then, because you didn't have to submit any English, any qualification to show that you can speak English for your charity visa application. But now to switch to a skilled worker visa, either within or outside UK, you need to prove English. There are some countries that do not need to prove English language, but if you are coming from Africa, we are going to have to prove English. So to prove English language, there are different ways to prove your English language. There are several ways to prove your English language. Every information I'm saying now is on the skilled worker visa, on the charity skilled worker visa under the government website. Everything is there. So I'm going to make another video about that, on my own process, on how I got my English language proficiency, because I didn't do the IELTS. So I would tell you how I went through mine and how I was able to. It was very, very easy. So I will let you know in another video about the process. So you need to find out about the money that you need, how much you need to be able to switch to the visa that you want, because there are different types of skilled worker visa. So if you are switching into health and care, you need to know how much you are going to be paying. And if you are switching to the main skilled worker visa, so that's another different one where you have to pay for I. So you need to know if you are going to be paying for IHS, how many of you are going to be involved in this visa, how much are you going to be spending, can you afford it? So these are things you need to find out soon. Also, all the documents that you need to submit, everything is on the government's website, the UK government's website. Everything is there. Go and see the documents you need. So the documents you need will determine the type of visa you are switching to. If you are switching to health and care, there are things they are going to ask you for. If you are switching to the main skilled worker visa, there are things you need to submit. So you need to go and check all of that to be able to see the type of documents you need to submit. So these are some of the things that I think I need to let you know about. So I will make another video on the English language proficiency, how you can prove it. Whether you need to do IELTS or not. It doesn't have to be IELTS. There are so many exams that you can do to prove English language. And then if you don't want to write exam, there are other things that you can do. It's on the government website already, but I will talk about the one that I did. The one that I used for my own visa. I'll talk about that in another video. So thank you for coming to the end of this video with me. I'll see you in another video. Have a blessed week. Bye.